everybody. Back to Shaw's Garage. A little update on the Odd Rod and Southeast Gasser racing this season. We are in between the Lyons, Indiana race and the Radford, Virginia race. We've got 2 weeks, I think, till we go to Virginia. And we've currently got the transmission out of the Odd Rod, making some gear changes and some shifter relocation and trying to make things a little better for the driver. We qualified 5th at Lyons. Truck is back running decent. Still got some room for improvement. But first round, for some reason, the truck did not want to go in 4th gear. We're, arguing back and forth. Not really arguing, but, I'm blaming the driver. He's trying to blame the equipment. We've pulled transmission. We've looked at everything. Haven't found any reason it should have happened. But, again, we're going to try to make some changes to make things better. And this is a transmission we pulled out. Didn't find any issues with it. Normal wear on 4th gear dog ring. This is a spare transmission that I bought a while back. That's got a slightly different gear set that we're wanting to try, and was inspecting it, cleaning it up and getting it ready. And lo and behold, it had a broken 4th gear dog ring. So glad we found that. Got it replaced and it's ready to go back together. Just need to put the bearing retainer and the back housing on, and we're working on relocating shifter. Here's the tail housing. Got a shifter bracket that I made that's going to help us to relocate the shifter, get it a little more ergonomic for the driver. And that's something that we've never done. It's still kind of set up for when I was in the truck, and it wasn't really ideal then either for me. So I'm going to try to make it as good as I can on my driver, so there'll be no room for error. And that's what the main topic of this video is we're going to do some driver training. So let me walk into the other shop and show you what we're up to. Okay, so here we are in another part of my shop where I do amplifier work, and this used to be a little video studio where we did product videos. So right now we've got it set up for Mr. Benjamin, the driver of the Odd Rod, to practice on his reaction time. And the story behind this Christmas tree actually came in a couple weeks ago for repair. It never ceases to amaze me, the odd things that come into this place for repair. So anyway, if you know how these things work, you got a control box, and they basically have 2 buttons. Hand me that button, Ben. You have a button like this, and this is how you practice. Well, that's how most people launch race cars nowadays. It's just a button. So that's what this thing is designed for. You just practice and see how quick you can let go of the button. In Southeast Gasser racing, we don't use buttons. We don't have any electronics. And that really doesn't do us much good other than just kind of training you to watch the tree. So what I've done is I cobbled together some parts I had and built an interface box that plugs into the controller. And we have a clutch switch, we have a switch that simulates gas pedal, and we have a button that simulates where we have our line lock. We have our line lock on our shifter where you hold it down with your middle finger, and as you're making the 2nd gear shift, it's almost impossible to forget and leave your finger on the line lock button. And then we're using one of the buttons to actually tell the machine when we're ready to stage. So what this is going to do is it makes Mr. Benjamin practice swapping feet. The way the interface box works, all 3 events have to happen before it will trigger the tree saying that you've launched the car. You have to get your foot off of the clutch button, you have to depress the accelerator button, and you have to have your finger off the line lock button. All 3 of those events have to happen to trigger the device. And it's amazing when you try it with just the button, just the finger button. I mean, you can practice it just a little while and cut some killer lights with that. When you do it with this setup, it's amazing how much different the reaction times are, and it's a lot harder to do. So anyway, if you go ahead and do a few, Ben, and we'll show what it does. You'll probably have to restart the box. There you go. What kind of reaction was that?
433.
433. Not too bad, but so anyway, this is what the driver's going to be doing in his spare time. The crew chief's doing his part to try to keep the truck running at its best and fixing what breaks, and the driver's got to do his part and practice on this tree. So anyway, that's what happens. If this racing stuff was easy, I guess everybody would do it. So we appreciate everybody watching, and if I don't do another video, we'll see everybody hopefully at Radford, Virginia Motorsports Park for the next race of the Southeast Gasser Association.